Hi, so, guess who had already filmed this video once, but, realized that it was in the wrong direction. So, hi, I know I look like a hot mess. I'm literally in my pajamas. Not only that, but my hair is also going a little nuts. Yeah. So, here I am. Hi, how you doing? So, in this video, we're going to be talking about, confessions of a cosplayer and alternative and harajuku fashion clothing wearer. So, hi. Let's get down to business. Everyone has an Ida phase. Just like, Lolita. Everyone has an Ida phase in cosplay. Everyone has an Ida phase in goth. Everyone has an Ida phase in Minhera, and everyone has an Ida phase cyber goth. Everyone has an Ida phase everywhere. Ida, if you're unaware of what Lolita is, or Lolita slang terms, abbreviations, etc. Ida means Ida is Lolita, but it's not Lolita. It's someone who thinks something is Lolita when in actuality it's not Lolita. I don't really know how to explain this. If someone could explain what Ida means in the comments, please, because I'm not good at explaining what it means. Even as someone who wears Lolita fashion and someone who went through an Ida phase, I don't even know how to describe or what to say Ida is. So, scarecrow fangs. They are one of the most well-priced, kind of well-priced. They range from like $12 to $15, sometimes $20. Realistic fangs that you could buy that aren't from Etsy. We recommend purchasing them. You can buy them from, I think I sold them at Party City one time. You can buy them from sometimes Spirit Halloween. You can buy them from Amazon. You can buy them on eBay. You can buy them at your local goth shop. That's where I got mine. Well, I had bought them before I had my braces off, like a year before I got my braces off. And so like they were sitting like on my desk for like the longest time, because I was just like waiting to get my braces off so I can make them and like do so that I could wear them every day. And so I got them, and as I was doing my homework the day that I got my braces off, I was doing the thing. I was mixing the felt, and I was also I don't know how to describe it. I'm calling it felt because my mother describes it as felt, and I've heard other people describe it as felt. It's not really felt, it's more of a weird, it's not like the material felt. It's not plasticky, it's like flimsy plastic. I want to call it flimsy plastic. Kind of like rubber cement, like when you take rubber cement and like you rub it, and it becomes those little booger-like balls. Yeah, those things. So, it's whatever the hell that is. And so I wore it for like 3 days, and I was like, this isn't working! And so I ripped out the felt, and I went through my drawers, and I found this packet of polymorph plastic from Billy Bop Fangs. This is known as Instamorph, or polymorph plastic, and so you take the little pearls. I used like 3 on each fang, I think, and they stayed in my mouth so much better. So much better. Highly recommend doing that. But, issue is that they started to grow mold. So, now that we're in my bathroom, my fangs currently do not have mold on them. I found that they won't grow mold if you keep them in their container with a little bit of water in the container. For some reason that works. Maybe that's not the best way to do it. If anyone has a better idea, that will make sure that they won't grow mold after I take them out and I keep them in the box, please comment down below. Yes, so but I will, they don't have mold on it right now, but I will be showing you how to do it for the purpose of this demonstration.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take Kaboom No Drip Foam for mold and mildew stain remover with bleach. And you're going to take the Clorox Bleach Gel Cleanser Eliminates Tough Stains. And you're going to put that in there. You're just going to spray it in there, you know. Like cabin hat style. Oh, crap. I'm not doing very good at this. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so good at this. And then you're just gonna drop them in. You're gonna shake it up.
So then, after you do that, you're gonna wait a day, and you're gonna crack open your fangs. You're going to carefully remove them with 2 toothpicks, 1 toothpick, chopsticks, anything you really want. Remove your fangs from the box, set them on a paper towel, and you're going to clean out the box with just water, just plain water. That's all you're gonna do, just water. You're gonna fill the box with water, and you're going to put the fangs back in with the water. And you're gonna shake that up, and you're going to leave that for 1 day. And what I like to do is I like to change out the water when I'm doing it. Like after I bleach them, I like to change out the water for the next like 3 days or 2 days or so I can make sure that I don't have any bleach left on the fangs, so that I don't like die. You know, the usual. Yeah. Wigs. All my wigs are from Amazon. That's another confession. Not only are all of my wigs from Amazon, but also, I didn't know what these were for until like a week ago. So the whole time I had been wearing my wigs, you know, with the little straps, like this. I'm wearing them like this, like on my head, like that. And a few weeks ago, I found out that I thought that these little loops were to like enforce something, like to enforce the stitch, to enforce whatever was going on here, like this stuff. But in actuality, it's to adjust the size of the wig. It's to adjust the size of the wig. And I had no idea until last week. Do you see this? Like, guys, am I going crazy? Did anybody else not know this? Like, I had no idea. I had no fucking idea. Like, and am I just stupid? Like, I was never told this until like last week by a YouTuber. Like, for real? Oh my god, I feel so dumb. All my wigs are from Amazon, as I said. And so Amazon wigs are hit or miss. You either get a wig that's amazing, or a wig that you didn't think that you were gonna get, and you're amazed by it, or a wig that you didn't think that you're gonna get, and it's really disappointing. So this is a disappointment wig. I don't actually know where the cool wig that I got that I didn't expect to get, but I ended up getting, is right now. But Amazon, like in the pictures, it just looked cool. It just looked like a normal blonde wig. But you know what it is? It's a fucking mullet. Like, look at this thing. This is a mullet. This is a mullet. Like, I've got this wig head right here, and it's. Are you kidding me? It's a straight up mullet. It's a straight up mullet, guys. Like, look at that mullet. So, oh hi, these are by the way, these are sweet and dried lemon slices from Trader Joe's. Not sponsored. Trader Joe's, please sponsor me. Please make one that's closer to my house, because you guys make delicious dried fruit. And yeah. So be respectful and be courteous and very carefully choose where you're going to take photos. Whether this is for cosplay, whether this is for fashion, be very, very careful with where you're doing photo shoots. Make sure that the weather's good. Make sure that where you will be taking photos is a respectful place. If you are on Instagram, or if you are a cosplayer, or you follow cosplayers, I assume you know what I'm talking about. I hope you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say who did it. Here's my personal experience. One day, I was in Matryoshka Gumi. Like, I had just revamped Matryoshka Gumi to be much sluttier. I'm just gonna say that. She was much sluttier now. So, Matryoshka Gumi. Didn't realize how windy it was outside. I thought it was just about to rain. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take my dog for a walk. And I'll see how, because, like, I was also skeptical at the weather still. I was, like, skeptical at the weather. I was like, what the fuck? I don't really know if it's acceptable to do this right now. And so, I was like, okay, I'll take my dog for a walk. And then I'll take some photos. So, me and my dog are walking. We're just chilling. We're just enjoying our walk. He's really enjoying the walk. He's like, and so we're walking. I'm walking to the park. We're just on our way. There's like a playground right near our house, and I was like, what if I got photos on a playground? What if I got photos of myself upside down on a playground? And so, yeah, I got all of these ideas. And so we were on our way to the playground. And, I didn't realize how windy it was, and I was terrified for my life because of how fucking windy it was. Not even joking, like, I was so scared. Like, it was so effing windy. I was terrified. So I started running home with my dog. Like, no joke. I was, like, literally, like, trying to run with my dog. And I was actually scared. Me running in high heel boots. Not very fun at all. Yes. There you go. Please make sure that whatever outfit you're wearing or whatever costume you're wearing is appropriate for the weather. More weather things. I was Asriel from Undertale one year. Wow, Undertale. We're getting back into some very old and dark tragic anime backstory past here. Straight up, it was summer. It's hot as hell. I'm going to Comic-Con. I am dressed as Asriel from Undertale, and if you don't know what my Asriel costume looks like, it comes with goat legs. Goat legs. I made goat legs for this costume, goddammit. Goat legs and face paint. So I made goat legs. Made of foam and batting. Basically, they're the bottom of a fursuit. Foam, batting, and leggings. Not actually sure how an actual fursuit is made. But straight up, I used weird Chinese, Japanese boots, like the weird Naruto shoes, those things. I have friends that are furries too, and so, like, I already knew, oh yeah, it's hot as hell in a fursuit. And, like, I already, like, that's just a general assumption that I kind of made about fursuits, is that they're hot as fuck, because it's all foam and batting and fur on top of fur on top of fur, and so, basically, it's gonna be hot as hell in that thing. So, we were walking around. And, like, we were walking outside to the convention. This is Comic-Con. I live in Florida. You know how hard it is to dress as a Lolita and to be a cosplayer in Florida and to be goth in Florida? It's so fucking hot. And so, like, we're in the devil's asshole. For some reason, I felt as if it was cooler last year when I was Suyu. It was probably because I was wearing a skirt, and my legs weren't covered in fur and foam. It was so uncomfortable. You have no idea. I was just like, my face paint was sweating off, and on top of that, now some chick has a picture of me as a goat on her camera eating a sandwich. Like, for some reason, everyone wanted to take a picture of me as Azrael. I was like, stop it, leave me alone. Even some people, I'd be like, I like to be kind of like, be like, yeah, sure, let's go ahead. But, for some reason, people don't understand that photos, you have to ask before you take them, and this bitch didn't even ask. And she was a full-grown woman. Like, dude, I feel like you out of all people would understand that you have to ask before you take a fucking photo. Rant over. Yes, it was hot as balls. So, Hatsune Miku, that costume, that was, like, the very first cosplay, like, full-on cosplay I've ever purchased, and not made anything for, not, like, technically I could count my maid costume as my first ever completed cosplay that I purchased myself, but I don't want to consider it that, because it's technically not, like, because, like, I didn't even know what I was going to use it for originally, so, like, anyways, Hatsune Miku, full patent leather vinyl bullshit. Like, I saw this costume, and I was like, it was like $100 something, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna cosplay as Miku, I better be extra as hell, and I better do vinyl. And so that's what I did. And like, as soon as I saw this version of this costume, I was like, I need that one. So I got that one. And it was worth it. Totally worth it. Only thing that doesn't fit, like, this costume, I thought it wasn't gonna fit me. I thought that the top, like, everything else, like, seemed to be the perfect measurement except for the top. The top, I thought it was gonna be too tight. And so I was like, oh yeah, I have to make sure that I wear my corset with it. I received it. Everything fit perfectly. But the top, the shirt was loose, which I was very surprised about. Like, it was just a little loose. And I was like, what? Which I didn't want to send it back because everything else fit just fine. And, like, if everything else fits fine and the top is just a little bit loose, like, it's just a little loose. Like, I'm not going to complain about it. So that's confession. Confession that my Hatsune Miku costume, the shirt is a little loose. And also, as most people stated on the Amazon reviews, I should say, the thigh highs are in fact trash. They don't stay up very well. Luckily I have several garter belts, and so I just wore a garter belt with it, and I didn't care. I was like, okay, whatever, and most of the photos that I took, you couldn't even see it, so it didn't matter to me. And, any of the photos that I took that I couldn't, that, like, you could see them in, I was gonna edit it out, but luckily you couldn't see it at all. If anyone knows a website, or knows an eBay listing or an Amazon listing for, like, a nude colored garter belt or a clear plastic garter belt, preferably the little leg pieces to be clear plastic and everything else to be either black or white or nude, or any other color, you know, because, like, I feel like if it was completely clear plastic, it'd be super uncomfortable. If anyone knows where to purchase that, please comment down below the link, because I need that in my life just in case I decide to wear it to a convention, which I probably will, because it is the bomb, and I love Miku, and Miku was, like, my dream cos. Goodwill will be your best friend. This has become, like, a confessions and advice thing. So most of my stuff is either hand-me-downs or from Goodwill. Or from Amazon. My mom has Prime, and so it's a lifesaver, and sometimes she will just go on and be like, oh, this is cute, let's buy this for Asia. So that's fun. So most of my clothing and most of my cosplay pieces are from Goodwill. I have a Black Parade jacket that is originally H&M, from their Divided line, and I got it from Goodwill. And it is thebomb.com. I love it so much. And my My Hero Academia jacket is thrifted. As you can see, it has a different pattern. I was originally going to purchase one, but I didn't. Because the only listing that I found for the female uniform was, in fact, like, not going to come on time. And like, Comic-Con was in, like, a few weeks. I was like, that's not gonna come on time. And so Mom and I went to Goodwill, and we got this jacket. Yeah, it's patterned, and it reminded me of Heather Chandler from the movie. In the original Heathers, her coat is kind of like, in the opening sequence, her coat is kind of like this, and so I was like, oh yeah, if I don't finish it, or we don't get this done, or I just forget to do this part, then I'll just be Heather Chandler, because my hair was blonde at the time, and I was just going to try to make a red scrunchie. So like literally, this is thrifted. This is straight up from Goodwill, and it's amazing. It is the bomb. I sewed on the ribbon. Yes, even this is ribbon. And I bought the buttons, and I replaced buttons, and it's great. Most of my clothing is from Goodwill. A white nightgown slip that I bought from Goodwill, and I plan on cutting it to be a little bit shorter because it's so long, and I can't really find anything to wear it with because it's so long. So yeah, highly recommend Goodwill. Make sure that you wash the clothes before you do anything with them. I used to be very, very weird about, if that's already your hair color, if that's already your hair length, then you don't need to wear a wig. But, now I know that it actually doesn't matter. Like, it actually does matter, kind of, because, like, wigs usually will have more volume to them. Like, there have been some costumes where I've been like, wow, I really should have worn a wig for this instead of worn my natural hair, because yes, though my hair is the color of the character, though my hair may look like the character's, I'm not getting the right hairstyle that I want, or it looks too flat. Though it may seem like you're bad at something now, it will get better. It will get better. I promise you it will get better. So my makeup when I first started cosplay was really, really bad. But false eyelashes and contact lenses and circle lenses have saved my life. Like, I've seen most cosplayers, what they really, 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 really want. Well, it seemed like what I really wanted when I first started cosplaying was to have these doll-like looks. And I am practically to that state now. That is my level of makeup for cosplay. So, there's some places that are okay to buy circle lenses from, like Pinky Paradise, Unique Sew, Honey Color, and there's some places where you definitely should not purchase contacts and circle lenses from. Like, let's see, eBay, Amazon, conventions. They sell contacts out the wazoo at conventions. Guess whose first pair of contacts were from a convention? Not only just a convention, but a small convention. This bitch right here. This dumbass right here. I have dumb bitch disease. It's been diagnosed by an official doctor. Yes. Yes, you should not buy contacts from conventions or Amazon or eBay. Definitely not eBay or conventions. So convention contacts I didn't have a problem with. On the other hand, they are overpriced. Like, I had just found out about Pinky Paradise, and so I went on Pinky Paradise and I found these same exact contacts for cheaper. They were cheaper on Pinky Paradise than they were at the convention. They were like $40 or so at the convention, and then on Pinky Paradise, they were like $15. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Straight up, I was a little like, I was like, are you serious? And now that those contacts are broken, I always said, oh yeah, once these contact lenses break, I can just go buy these on Pinky Paradise for cheaper. And yes, I will do that soon, eventually. They were red contacts, and I was actually really, really sad when they broke, but I was like, you know, now that I think about it, I think I got these from a convention. Maybe I'm glad that these broke. Yikes. So, also, this confession also runs into the same one. That's why I'm doing it in one clip. Halloween, let's roll back to a Halloween party. I was Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's that one Halloween. That Halloween and that Halloween party. Mainly because I didn't, like, have anything else to go as. As a matter of fact, Mom didn't want me to go trick-or-treating that year. Mom has different opinions on that now. She wants to see more teenagers and more people my age going out and trick-or-treating, which I think is amazing. But back then, she was kind of like, I think I was almost 13 or so. 13, 14. And so, Mom didn't want me to go trick-or-treating that year. I think first Halloween party I went to, this was my own Halloween party. I was Ben Drown. So I had my Uncle's Link costume. Second Halloween party I went to was a friend's. I'm not sure if we're friends now. I actually don't know. I'd rather not talk about that. So I went to this party and I wore my red contact. So I was Bonnie for my friend's Halloween party. Like, okay, Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't get up very, very late. I wore my contacts for more than 8 hours. Stayed up till 3 a.m. Recording musicals. What a throwback. Man, God, Jesus. Okay, so I was up really, really late recording musicals, and all of them were really bad. And one of the contacts I, like, drenched in contact solution. The other one, on the other hand, I only had enough solution to fill the container with. So I filled the container, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just have to make sure that. So my process when I'm putting on contacts is take the contacts out of the container, drench them, and then when I go to take my contacts out, I do the same thing. I drench my contacts, and then I put them in the container, and I drench them again. And so I didn't have enough contact solution, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll just make sure that I, like, wash them and, like, drench them really, really good next time I wear them. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't do that, because I wasn't thinking about it at the time. So Halloween night, I was Bonnie, again. I should have done Ben Drown, but I didn't. For some reason, I decided to go with Bonnie. It was fun. I'm gonna be honest, it was fun. And I wore my platforms. How old was I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was 13, 14, where I bought my platforms. And so, platform Mary Jane's, you know, I was Bonnie. I was just, and so that whole entire night, this eye was watering. And I was like, what the fuck? And so, like, that eye was just watering the whole entire night. And so, I come back home and I look in the mirror to go take out my contacts and take my makeup off. That eye, that whole entire eye is red. Like, it is red. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And I'm like, shit. I didn't wash it like I said I was. So yes, wash your contacts very, very well. I could have gone blind. That is another reason why you don't purchase your contacts from conventions or eBay or Amazon. Pinky Paradise, Honey Color, and Unique So are my go-tos. I only trust Unique So because so many other cosplayers praise Unique So, and I don't know anything about Unique So. I've never purchased anything. I've only gotten things from Honey Color and Pinky Paradise. So, yes. Contact care is extremely important. If you don't know how to care for your contacts, please make sure that you watch YouTube videos and you also do your research. Ask family about how they care for their contacts if they wear them. Yes, be very, very careful and make sure that you care for your contacts very, very well. There have been times where my wig is so ratty and unsavable where I have caused me to just hack off all of the hair on it. The wig that I wear for Marmalade, that was originally going to be a Mikasa wig, but here's the secret. I didn't watch Attack on Titan. It was boring, so I gave up. So, it's now my Marmalade wig. Marmalade is a character of mine, where I could wear it for Lydia Dietz if I wanted. That wig was originally, like, long. It was like a Homura from Monica Magica style wig. It was long, had bangs, and it was not doing it. Like, I destroyed that wig as soon as I purchased it, and so, like, a few years later, I was like, you know what I should do with this? I was like, and then it's all gone. So yeah, it's a cute wig now. I like it more than what it looked like before. I've done that to a lot of wigs, actually. My Kenneth Simmons wig, if you don't know what communications is and you don't know about Ghost, highly recommend you go check out Ghost. Communications has been discontinued because the fans are terrifying. As a fan, I can say that, okay? I feel like I was part of the problem as well, because I made a joke. This was originally my Luca wig. One year for Halloween, when I was going through my weeb phase, I was Magnet Luca. Luca was my favorite Vocaloid at the time. So I was Luca, and I had this pink wig, and it was absolutely mutilated, but then when I had my communications phase, I was like, oh hell yeah, I love Ghost, I love Vocaloid. And so I like hacked off, because it was such a mess, I hacked off all of the hair, and it is now a curly mess, and I love it. It's now a short curly mess, and I love it, and I really want to cut, and it's pink as well. So it was more of Color Bars Kenneth than Broadcast Illusion Kenneth, but it was still cool. And I think that I will use it again, pretty sure, hopefully. I think I'll end up using it as my wig for my cos test of pink Lars, and that I will use it one day. I'm gonna cosplay as Cosmo and Wanda. I have a wig for Cosmo. I have a neon green wig that I purchased and I have no idea what to do with, so I'm going to style it and I'm going to be Cosmo. And then I'm pretty sure I could end up using that wig for Wanda.